Yeah! Now, buddy, this is what happened to my computer.
What the?
Yes, everybody, it very much broke. That's what happened, which means for me one tragic fate. I cannot play a flight simulator anymore, but I really would like to play a flight simulator. I mean, I still have my phone right here, but there's no way this little thing can replace this huge machine, right? Well, already this question comes up a lot, and let me tell you, the creator of X-Plane, Austin, has been in the kitchen recently cooking up a new update for the X-Plane mobile flight simulator, and we can already see it here in the description. Everybody, the A330 has been released yesterday. You know, Austin had the dream of turning this iPhone into a butter machine, into a piece of butter. And I guess he might have just pursued that. Everybody, in today's video, let's talk about X-Plane again and their new update. Let's do it. Everybody, yes, I haven't played this game in quite a bit of a while. For mobile, I mean, it's based on X-Plane 10. You can still see that by the UI. That looks like it was from 10 years ago, but the simulator itself really isn't. Let's go ahead and, massive multiplayer. That's kind of cool. You know, over the past few years, they really have improved the simulator, you know, adding global flying. You could fly all around the world. If you have a subscription here, let's take a look at that. Yes, buddy, while the main app on the App Store for the simulator is free, you have to pay $6.49 a month in order to get global scenery, all aircraft, and the massive multiplayer indeed, like kind of, you know, accessing the whole X-Plane world, and we shall do that. Yes, I'm actually gonna buy this. Yes, everybody, I've done this now, and this will definitely be worth it of a purchase because, yes, we can already see next to the general quite huge arsenal of airplanes we have for X-Plane 10. You know, ranging from a Cessna to even like a F-22. I'm not saying these airplanes are necessarily good. Yes, I mean, the US Airways livery that we have on the A320 already suggests the model's old age. I mean, US Airways hasn't been a thing for 10 years, and, you know, the cockpit really isn't amazing, and definitely is no comparison to the new one. Everybody, yes, the A330-300 that has just been released, and we have a lot of fresh liveries. This has definitely been converted from the brand new X-Plane 12. All right, let's choose maybe the Swiss livery. I think that's quite fitting. Let's maybe choose a place where we can fly. Maybe not Lukla, Tenzering, Hillary, but perhaps a bit of a more suitable place. Go into the Alpine Mountains. Let's maybe spawn on the gate here, GA1, something like that. We can set up weather, which is actually quite sophisticated. We can turn on real weather, which we have to if you want to join massive multiplayer. So, you know, it's quite good at doing this. That's good. Let's go and choose the time, the real world time here. That's good. Also, we can set up failures. Yeah, the classics we've known for years. Let's go ahead and spawn into the A330 indeed. Now it's downloading. It's downloading the actual scenery data that we need to fly to Switzerland. All right, let's go ahead and calibrate our device. Obviously, we steer the airplane by doing this. Okay, there we go. And here we are on board the A330, which looks pretty damn good. I mean, yeah, we're still on a phone. So what are we expecting? We can zoom out all the way, which, you know, reveals the 2015-ish kind of X-Plane 10 look. Obviously, this is not satellite scenery, but you know, it isn't unplayable at all. Little towns are added. We have a few little buildings. And while we're obviously still lacking any trees, because that would probably blow the phone up, it doesn't look bad at all, does it? I mean, we're running this on an iPhone. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit of this A330 airliner, because this is where it gets quite impressive. Now, I already told you this is kind of matching the X-Plane 12 A330, and it does, which can also be a bit scary. All right, let's turn on the battery here. Perfect. We have some ATC recording from New York for some reason. All right, and now classic to the Airbus logic, we have to turn on every switch that says off on it. I think that's very good checklist procedure. Perfect. Turn on all of that. Yes, once you step into this cockpit, once you step into this airliner, it gets quite noticeable how insanely realistic the cockpit works. It's probably the best airplane we've had on the phone, because look at this. I can turn off and on the hydraulic system. Green one, we shall do that now, because we want to have our plane fly properly. Blah, blah, blah. The fuel feed as well. Maybe let's test for engine fire. Have you ever tested your fire warning system on your phone? Yes. Now, I think, you know what, this simulator would work a whole lot better on an iPad, because at this point, we've gotten so realistic, it's almost quite hard to use this. There we go. Looks good. I mean, this circuit breakers don't, you know, work, but I think it's ever so important to be able to Adjust your observer VOR2 volume, or the air conditioning cooling level, or the cockpit temperature. Things that are super unnecessary. I mean, it's not gonna blow any air out of the phone. But Jesus, this is incredibly sophisticated. Let's go and turn this airplane here. We need the APU. Perfect. Yes, and as you can see, that APU is turning on as well. That is quite ridiculous. Yes, there we go. Temperature's coming up. I'm amazed. Oh, yes. Electrical system. We can hear that. Yes, of course. The sound also works. Perfect. Yes, perfect. And also the instruments work. Although we haven't aligned the airplane on the IRS. There you go. The aiders, turn that on. I think we should do that. Perfect. I mean, take a look at that. I mean, this airplane is so realistic that it's genuinely almost annoying. Look at that, just the trim wheel. I think while the simulator does quite a good job at handling, the small knobs so that you don't accidentally press something, it's just insane what they've managed to fit into this small phone while it doesn't even blow up. Obviously, the texture quality had to be reduced. Oh, this is great. All right, let's turn on the APU bleed, which is right here. Turn that on. That way, we're able to turn on the engine. I mean, generally, this is not for beginners. This is for people who know how to fly an Airbus A330. We're flying on a phone. Good. Start the engine and the start mode. Perfect. Yeah, looks good. We can see some N2 here coming out. So on the outside, of course, this airplane is also starting up. I think that is just insane. But all right, let's get this spawn onto the runway and take a look at how this flies. All right. Now on the runway, let's go ahead and, just take off. I guess that's the perfect idea. There we go. The flaps, can we set here this way? You can see it coming out. We do have some animations here of the engines going toga. All right, and now release those brakes and we can see the beautiful landing gear, which is starting to spin. Perfect. Let's get into the cockpit here. We have some wing flex going on. Perfect. And we can hear this airplane. Now hearing it with some headphones is actually quite good. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take off. Perfect. That's what I very much like to see. And now let's get that landing gear up. Perfect. And you could already see, yes, this is what we have. This is an A330, and it is a butter machine friendly airplane because it has this beautifully tilted landing gear at it. That's all I actually want to see. Let's perform a landing, perhaps. Yeah, let's land at Madeira Airport here, which is beautifully added. Yes, something that is a bit of a inherent problem about, mobile flight simming is, of course, the input method of having your phone. I don't really like it. It doesn't really resemble real airplane flying. But now that you have all the systems running, and I mean, this is an Airbus, and the idea that you can simulate systems so well lets you do, auto land and stuff. All right, let's try again. We're a bit right and left of the center line. We're quite bad. All right, really careful.
100.
Very high quantum to the poppy light.
50, 40, 30, 20, reach 10.
Flare.
5.
That might have not been a butter landing. I'm desperately sorry. That was quite bad. Yes, it doesn't really resemble real flying. But this is a bit of a problem. You have, you do have auto rudder and all of that controls your airplane. It's not as good as flying with a joystick, but not bad anyway. And that was a very quick stop as well, by the way. What I very much like is the new metal rendering that they have included. This is quite good looking. All right, perhaps let's try this again. Let's maybe go ahead. And here we have on the map, London Heathrow Airport. Let's go ahead and spawn into an ILS approach, which just like that seems to work. Let's go and turn on the glide slope. Yes, we can see we are on course for the runway. Now we could turn on autopilot and have the airplane fly approach mode. Yeah, I like that. But for some reason for me, the plane just ends up turning to the right, as it just did. We're gonna hand fly it, which isn't that bad. Get that landing gear down, just like that. That's what I'm talking about. Good one. You can see that beautifully tilted landing gear come down. And I think our mission is clear, everybody. We want to land as smoothly as possible. You're gonna be just fine.
Retard. 5.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that has been insanely smooth. Yes, good one, everybody. We've just landed at London City, Heathrow. Everybody, yes, hook me up. This was great. Everybody, I like the new A330 for X-Plane 10. Yes, I guess on an iPad, this app makes a whole lot more sense. But overall, the idea of using a touch display to control a cockpit isn't bad at all. I mean, normally on a computer you would use a mouse, but this doesn't work too badly. Shut up. So, buddy, that's what I can say. This is a good update. Generally, a very good value flight simulator. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night. Now, by the way, here's an extra one. The crash animations are actually pretty good. Look at that. that airplane, pretty much disintegrates. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Guns Killer, R27, James Deram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finder, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.